happiness emanating from Jeon Jungkook while performing in Mexico is not just a subjective impression of the fans. Many observers, the media, to fellow BTS members themselves admit that there is something different when they hold concerts in the country. The energy created feels more alive, the interaction is warmer, and the audience response is so intense that it creates a deep emotional experience for both the artists and their fans. Mexico, as part of a Latin American region, is known for having a very expressive music fan culture. When Jungkook and his colleagues set foot in Mexico, they were not only welcomed as international musicians, but as truly beloved figures. This can be seen from the incredible enthusiasm of the ARMY, who have been waiting for a long time to watch their idol's live performance. One of the main reasons Jungkook looks happier is the very high level of audience participation. In many concerts in other countries, the audience does sing and cheer, but in Mexico, almost the entire stadium sings every lyric of the song without exception. From hit songs to less frequently performed B-sides, fans stay memorized and sing along with passion. For a performer like Jungkook, this gives a tremendous emotional boost as he feels truly connected to the audience. In addition, Latin culture is warm and full of expression is also an important factor. Jungkook is known to be sensitive to the energy around him. When he feels such strong love from fans, it naturally affects his mood. Her smile, which is often caught on camera during concerts in Mexico, is not something far-fetched, but a reflection of genuine happiness. The interaction between BTS and the Mexican ARMY has also become more intense due to the strong two-way communication. Fans not only cheered, but also often shouted messages of support in Korean as well as English. In fact, some of them used Spanish to convey their love, which the BTS members then reciprocated by trying to speak the same language. Moments like these create an emotional closeness that is difficult to describe in words. Jungkook himself was seen laughing several times when he heard unique cheers from the Mexican audience. Distinctive chants, spontaneous shouts, to the collective singing that echoes in the stadium provide a different experience from concerts in other countries. It is not uncommon for him to stop for a moment just to enjoy the sound of fans singing, as if he wanted to immortalize the moment in his memory. Another factor that made Jungkook happier was the stage atmosphere that felt more alive. In Mexico, BTS concerts often turn into big celebrations involving everyone inside the stadium. The unison of the lightstick lights, the incessant sound waves, and the collective energy that continues to rise make the stage feel like the center of a shared emotional experience. This provides additional motivation for Jungkook to perform more optimally. It cannot be overlooked that Mexico has a long history of welcoming international artists with enthusiasm. Many world musicians admit that their performances in this country have always been one of the most memorable. BTS feels the same way, and Jungkook, as one of the most expressive members, is often the face of that happiness. The Mexican ARMY is also known to be very loyal and dedicated. They not only came to the concert, but also prepared various projects to show their love, such as banners, light projects, to special events before and after the concert. When Jungkook saw all this effort, he felt valued not only as an artist, but also as an individual whose work truly meant something to others. This emotional closeness is further felt when Jungkook interacts directly with the audience. He often gives spontaneous reactions, such as smiling, waving his arms, or even imitating the chants shouted by fans. These little moments are proof that he enjoys every second of being on stage in Mexico. In addition, weather and location factors also contribute. Many BTS concerts in Mexico take place in open stadiums with relatively favorable weather. This allows creating a more free and energetic atmosphere compared to closed venues. Jungkook seemed to be more free to move and interact with the audience, which ultimately improved the quality of his performance. No less important is the relationship between BTS members that gets closer when they perform in places with positive energy like Mexico. Jungkook is often seen joking with the other members on stage, showing a relaxed and happy side that may not always be seen at other concerts. This happiness is contagious, not only among BTS members, but also to the fans watching. International media have repeatedly highlighted the difference in the atmosphere of BTS concerts in Mexico compared to other countries. Many say that the audience there gives extra energy that is difficult to find elsewhere. This, of course, had a direct impact on the performance of Jungkook, who is known for being very responsive to audience reactions. From the psychological side, a performer will feel more satisfied when he gets a strong response from the audience. In Jungkook's case, the response was not only strong, but also consistent throughout the concert. There is no moment in which the spectator's energy decreases significantly, so he can maintain his best performance from start to finish. Jungkook's happiness in Mexico is also evident from the way he closed the concert. He often gives longer and more emotional thanks, sometimes even looks moved. This shows that the experience really left a deep impression on him. The Mexican army themselves feel proud to be able to provide a memorable experience for Jungkook and BTS. They see concerts not just as entertainment, but as an opportunity to show their love and support in person. It is this mutual connection that makes every concert more than just a musical performance. Overall, the reasons Jungkook looked happier during the concert in Mexico can be summarized in several main factors: the audience's incredible energy, expressive culture, intense interaction, and high dedication from the fans. All of these elements combine to create a unique and unforgettable experience, both for Jungkook and for the army in attendance. This phenomenon is also proof that music has the power to bring people from different cultural backgrounds together. Jungkook and BTS may be from South Korea, but the love they receive in Mexico shows that their work has transcended geographical and linguistic boundaries. With all these factors, it's no surprise that Jungkook looked happier while performing in Mexico. For an artist, there is nothing more meaningful than knowing that the music they create really touches the hearts of many people. And in Mexico, that feeling feels more real than ever. The happiness Jeon Jungkook feels while on stage in Mexico is not only influenced by one or two factors, but is the result of a complex combination of human interaction, culture, and the dynamics of large-scale musical performances. This phenomenon is also closely related to how an artist establishes an emotional connection with his audience, as well as how that audience responds in an authentic and passionate way. In the context of BTS concerts, the relationship between artists and fans has always been an important element. However, in Mexico, this relationship seems to reach a higher level. The army were present not only as spectators, but as an active part of the show itself. They create an atmosphere that is not only supportive, but also inspiring. When Jungkook sees thousands or even tens of thousands of people singing together, he sees not just a crowd, but a community connected through music. One interesting aspect often discussed by observers is how audiences in Mexico have a tendency to express emotions openly. In many cultures, the expression of emotions in public spaces is often limited by certain social norms. However, in Latin America, including Mexico, these expressions are precisely part of cultural identity. This is reflected in the way they enjoy music, passionately, without hesitation, and without restraint. For Jungkook, who is known as a performer with a high sensitivity to the surrounding atmosphere,